back to the channel and the first video of 2018. Hope you guys had a great holiday this year. So today we're going to be taking a look at another watch by Citizen. This one's next level compared to anything that I've had from them. We're going to be taking a look at the Citizen Satellite Wave F150. This is a really cool watch I just wanted to share with you guys. So let's spin the camera around and take a closer look at the watch. So the packaging with these is a little different when compared to a regular EcoDrive watches. The watch box itself is a little bit larger. We also have this ring with some information on the watch around the center pillow. The box also does say EcoDrive Satellite Wave with their logo at the top. The rest of the packaging, the paperwork is very similar. We just have some instructions. We have warranty information and just some information on the EcoDrive technology itself. The watch has a really beautiful dial. For the functions this thing has, it's really quite a clean dial to me. There's a couple of different finishes here with a textured semi-gloss center portion, the outer ring of the dial, and the stainless surrounding the subdial. All these different surfaces give the dial some nice dimension, and they all also have a bit of a sunburst effect, making this really beautiful with how it plays off the light. The date window is framed very nicely with a beveled edge at 3 o'clock. The text with Citizen up top and EcoDrive Satellite Wave here has very crisp lettering. The hour and minute hands are pretty basic. They're nice, but the second hand is what's really cool to my eye. I just love the look of that counterbalance on the second hand. We have applied hour markers. They and the hands are lume. So let's hit the lights and check that out. So as you guys can see, we have a nice shade of blue here with the Citizen lume. I've had this same lume on two other Citizen EcoDrive watches. It's not as bright as, say, a Seiko Diver lume or anything, but this does last very deep into the night, so I'm very satisfied with the Citizen lume here. When it comes to the functions of the watch, I'm just going to go through some of the basics. If anyone has any specific questions on the watch that I don't touch on, let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. So as far as the functions go, the number one function this watch has is the GPS function. The watch receives signal anywhere in the world as long as you have an unobstructed view of the sky. So when you're traveling, the watch will receive signal and adjust the date and time according to your location. Now the technology here is getting really good. I had an older Citizen that took quite a few minutes to receive signal. This watch receives it in as little as 3 seconds, which is very impressive. The subdial, when in normal timekeeping mode, shows the day of the week, but you'll see here if we press the top pusher, the hands point to the power reserve indicator, and it's just so cool how all of the hands move up to the 12 o'clock position, making for a clear view of the subdial. No matter what time of day, you'll see here they'll come back to the correct time in just a second. If we pull the crown out to the first position, you'll see here on the, if we use the bottom pusher, we can change the daylight savings time to either on, or sorry, that's in the off position, or on. In this first position, you can also turn the crown and adjust your time zone manually, which is really cool. And again, I love just watching how the hands react to all the functions. I'm not going to talk much about position 2 on the crown. It's mostly for forcing a signal to be received and manually setting the time. I've had this a couple of months and I haven't really had to do either other than I did force the signal receive once just to try it. And I have to say it did take about 15 or 20 seconds from a windowsill, which is super fast. The case on the watch is completely brushed, other than just the little edges of the lugs here. I really like the fact that the entire watch is brushed. A polished watch tends to get beat up a little quicker. This is going to be a travel watch for me, so I'm going to be wearing it a little bit rough and rowdy sometimes. So the bracelet has the same brushwork with a little bit of polish just here on the center portion of the links. If we look at the clasp, I actually bought this watch on the pre-owned market. You'll see here that the clasp and the bracelet's got a little bit of wear, so If we open it up, though, it is a nice milled stainless steel clasp here. Very well built watch overall with when it comes to both the bracelet and just the watch itself. The case back you'll see here has Satellite Wave logo, some other specs on the watch, and I just realized I haven't given you guys any specs or measurements on this watch. So for today, I'm going to just pop them up on screen so you guys can check them out. And while you look at that, I'm just going to pop the watch on wrist here for a quick second. So this is really a great everyday / travel watch. It's not too busy to look at for a watch with this many functions. It's also got great build quality. As long as it doesn't sit in the watch box for too long, sees a little light, pretty much takes care of itself as far as time and date setting. The two gripes that I have with this watch, again, I'm using this for a travel watch. I wish it had 200 meter water resistance. It's a 100 meter water resistant. I've had, I believe, 2 other EcoDrive watches, and both of those were 200 meter water resistant. But so that's one little gripe. The other thing is the end link is kind of weird. You'll see here, there's these 2 little sort of strips of polish. It doesn't really match the rest of the bracelet. And I thought maybe that they were replaced, but I've looked online. All the pictures that I've found have that same end link. So it would have been kind of nice if they would have matched up the end links a little bit better. Other than that, I love this watch. It's going to be a perfect travel companion. If anyone's thinking about finding one of these, I definitely give it a big thumbs up. You just got to find these at the right price. I've mentioned it before about this particular watch. I think it was in a first impressions video, but there's bargains to be had on these. These are fairly expensive, brand new. So make sure you shop around before buying one. So that's going to be it, guys. Let's take this back to the desk and wrap up today's video. So that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed our look at the Citizen Satellite Wave F150. Really cool watch. All the best to you guys in 2018. Also wanted to mention over the holidays, I ended up hitting 1,000 subscribers, which I'm really pumped about, super excited. I really appreciate you guys. This has been so much fun for me this past year, and I'm looking forward to another fun year of doing more YouTube videos for you guys. So thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.